Hi, everybody. Old guy here, and today's book is this one. I was perusing some shelves of books when I spotted a J.K. Rowling. But it wasn't a Harry Potter. How about that? Now, I'd heard that J.K. Rowling was delving into other than YA market, and here proof. So I bought it and read it to see what measure of a non-Potter book this is, and well, this is not vast worlds of magic and dragons and battles between good and evil. This is a battle between evil and not so evil. And you get to pick which is which. And it's not even a world, it's hardly even a county, just a small town with even smaller people, and I'm not referring to house elves. Barry Fairbrother, beloved council member and school teacher and rowing coach of the town of Pagford, suddenly dies, leaving a gaping hole in the body politic and social of the town. Seems Barry is about the only decent person in the neighborhood, fair and funny and all-encompassing, who gives even the school bad girl, Crystal Whedon, a chance on the rowing team, thereby kindling in Crystal a sense of hope. Crystal is a resident of the Fields, a council estate, read slum, attached to Pagford, residing with her junkie mother in basically a shack, a succession of her mother's drug-dealing boyfriends in and out, and Crystal's little brother, Robbie, who is still in diapers at 4 years old that are hardly ever changed. You can see why she would cling to even the barest of encouragements. The main casualty of Barry's passing is the standoff between the pro and anti-Field factions on the council. The Fields came under Pagford's jurisdiction when the neighboring and much better town of Yarville wanted to expand its own borders, but didn't want the Fields soiling its reputation, so fobbed it off. Half of Pagford took umbrage, while the other half, led by Barry, welcomed their soiled brothers and sisters because Barry grew up there. His death, though, leaves a council seat open, the casual vacancy of the title, and gives the anti-Fields people the opportunity to get rid of that eyesore slum and its methadone clinic. So the war begins. And oh my, what a war, with all its backstabbing and hate and sabotage that only small towns filled with vitriol and contempt and schadenfreude could wage. There are no good people in this. Possibly Kay, the social worker who actually makes progress with Terry Whedon, who is Crystal's mother, until Kay is replaced and all the trust goes for naught. But Kay is a bit of a jerk herself, having yanked her daughter Gaia out of her school and away from her friends in London, so Kay could pursue Gavin, a lawyer who lives in Pagford. And Gavin is even a bigger jerk. I mean, he doesn't want Kay anywhere near him, and even makes a move on Barry's freshly minted widow. And then the ghost of Barry Fairbrother shows up, beginning to leave posts on the council bulletin board, revealing deep, dark secrets of the persons running for the empty seat, such as Simon Price, who uses his boss's equipment for personal gain, and who has stolen property in his house. And Colin Wall, who the ghost accuses of child molesting. Other council members, such as Parminder Jawanda, the town doctor, also gets accused by the ghost of being in love with the real Barry, but she puts herself in Dutch with her volatile temper getting the best of her at meetings. This is not a pretty story. It is, as you figure, about halfway through, heading toward tragedy. And stupid tragedy at that, brought about by the narrow, visionless, and obtuse views of pretty much everyone who lives in Pagford. I mean, Pagford is a place you'd move to for the scenery and then about 6 months later move out because the neighbors are vicious. It takes a while to get the story going. It seemed like the entire first half of the book is a character study of about a dozen and more of the town residents. Rowling going into depths of personality and motivation that will make your eyes glaze over. She has this annoying habit of putting flashbacks between parentheses that go on for several paragraphs, so be warned. Nothing really gets started until after the first half, but when it does, oh man, prepare for some shocks. Someone wrote somewhere that if J.K. Rowling had written this under a pseudonym, it would never have gotten past the mid-list, if it even got published at all. I think that's right. This is Rowling's first adult novel, past Harry, and sold millions, probably because everyone was curious. And when was that? I think it was in 2012. Oh, let me take a little look here. Yeah, 2012, and look at that. I have a first American edition. But it's a small story of small people in a teapot tempest. An excellent overview of shriveled souls. And not the most inspiring novel you'll ever read. Unless you're into getting back at people.